It's your girl Leah, back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, it is my annual, this year's 2022 crochet hair rankings video. That's right. This is a video where I come on and I rank every single crochet hair that I've tried in the 6 years that I've run this channel. But I need to start this off by saying, sad moment, this is my last crochet hair rankings video. Now, before anybody gets upset, like what's going on, I'm just making this my last because it has been 6 years and there are a lot of hairs that I've tried. There are a lot, 60 plus hair that I've tried in my life, and it's only going to get more and more each year. And so to appease folks, because with these videos I can never please everyone. Some people are like, you talk too fast. Some people are like, you talk too slow. Some people are like, you didn't spend enough time on this particular hair or this. There's so many comments, which this video always gets over 80,000 views each year. I always love you guys' support on this, but these videos take a lot. It's a lot to condense, and try not to make these videos 1 hour long. I want them to be bite-sized and condensed as they can be, but again, some people want them longer. Some people don't like that they're too short. There's so many things about it. So you guys leave suggestions down below. How would you prefer me to present these videos each year? Whether it be a top 10, a bottom 10, and sometimes with the middle, stuff gets stuck in the weeds. So it might be good that I'm compiling it this way in future years, because you'll see when we get to the middle, a lot of it runs together. That middle chunk really runs together. I love what I love. I hate what I hate, but there's some that are just mediocre and meh that I have to put in the middle section. So without further ado, let's get started. There are timestamps down below for the people who are already annoyed with talking. They're already annoyed. But I do need to give my annual disclaimers that I always give. Number one, these are my opinions. Everything is my opinion. If you don't agree, that is fine. There are people who love hair I hate. There are people who hate hair I love, and that's totally fine. I get nothing if you buy or don't buy anything I say. It does nothing for me. So again, take everything I say as my opinion and do your own research if you don't agree. And again, things might have changed. I might have reviewed a hair in 2017 and I might be talking with 2017 information. Maybe in 2021 they made a formulation change and everything's different. Take it with the year that I reviewed it in mind, that is how I felt about said hair. I do not repeat hair other than one that you're going to see later on, and I don't plan on repeating because there's so much that I do want to try in the future. Number two, a lot of complaints I get, the video is long. It's gonna be long. I'm trying to condense 6 years of information. Before I get this video is too long, I wish you would just put those comments in your back pocket. Just tuck them in, because it's gonna be, you saw the timestamp before you clicked it. There's a time that is in the corner of the video before you click it that lets you know how long I'm gonna be talking. That's how long, because again, I'm trying to condense every single thing. Disclaimer number three, there are people who like, you didn't spend enough time on that one hair. I wish you would kind of talk more about it. I have individual reviews for every single hair on this list that are linked down below. Linked down below is the review for every full bodied review where I take you through day one, week one, and then final thoughts with this hair. So you see it all throughout. You hear the good, the bad, the ugly, whether it's swim friendly, activewear friendly. You hear me talk about it as I have it in, which is more relevant than now when I'm trying to think back 4 years. Me in the moment back then in those videos is me in the moment. This is just a brief overview of what I can remember about a hair I had in 5 years ago. I can barely remember what I had for breakfast 3 days ago. So of course it's going to be bite-sized in this video. Some hair that I have full videos on are not going to make this list. As you know, if you follow my channel, there's some brands I don't mess with no more. I don't like them. I don't deal with them anymore, and I'm not going to give them any more light. Their videos are still on my channel because I know they've helped so many other people out, but they don't need to get any more mention from when I mentioned them back in the years that I did. So if I talked about it in 2018 and you're like, Leah, you didn't talk about Main Concept. I don't like Main Concept. I don't talk about them anymore. So those are then, they're not making this list. And finally, a question I get all the time is, what hair do I currently have in? That is always linked in every single video that I do. In the top line, it says hair worn. This hair is actually going to make this list. Typically, I say the hair I have in the video isn't going to make the list because I have it in. The hair I have in is a repeat hair. It's my 6-year anniversary this month, and I repeated the first hair I ever tried on this channel, Freetress Deep Twist. Now that makes this list based on my information on it from back in 2016. I can't give my 2022 impression. That you have to wait for the review for. So without further ado, Whew, let's get into it. I'm gonna be running through these hair, and it might be a little more rapid fire than previous years, but hang on with me. We're gonna get through them, and we're gonna start as we normally do with the worst. The worst, without question, is gonna have to be that Ari curl. I love Nia Natural Hair. She was a DC stylist. She still is a DC hairstylist. She created this line of hair. After my review video went up, she messaged me and said that hair ain't even available no more. So if you see that review video, know that you can't even buy that hair at this point because she has cut ties with that vendor. It was something wrong with the batch. So even though my review was a little bit like I had that hair for 24 hours, the hair wasn't great, but it wasn't a me issue. In that video, I thought it was a me issue. It's a brand batch issue. So just be aware of that. That Ari curl looked crazy on me, but it wasn't me. And the next hair, another hair I wore for a very short period of time, I think it was 9 days, was that Outre Dominican blowout straight hair. That hair, what can I say good about it? Nothing. It was one of the reasons that scared me away from straight crochet hair. It was very tangly, was a hot mess, made me yearn for the days where I used to do sew-ins. I was like, if I'm going to do straight hair, I might as well do a sew-in. You guys ask me all the time, do you plan on doing another straight hair? Maybe, but that Outre Dominican blowout straight hair burned me so bad that I can't even fathom wanting to do another straight hair. Why? When that was just so not good. So yes, maybe soon. Having only tried one straight hair in the 6 years that I had this channel, yes, it is about time for me to try another straight hair, but that hair scarred me so bad. It's not active friendly. It's not water friendly. No, I would not go swimming in that hair. The next hair, bottom hair, Zuri Congo curl. Hated it. Was a helmet. Looked like a helmet on my head. Very warm. It was from that Zuri 1 pack is enough line. Yes, 1 pack may be enough, but not necessarily needed, meaning it didn't need to exist. And I think there are people out there who would get along great with this. I'm just not one of those people. I kept that hair in for maybe 4 days. I don't even think I made it to the 1 week review on that hair. It had to go. The next hair, I think it's called the Model Dominican curl hair. I sometimes want to call it Dominican braid. It could be Dominican braid or Dominican curl. Whatever it is, it's too soft. It's too high maintenance. It's not water friendly. Everything at this bottom, everything I'm saying as one of my bottom hair, I wouldn't go swimming in it. I wouldn't work out in it. If I don't recommend it for land, I'm definitely not recommending it for under the sea. I still get questions sometimes with a hair that's ranked number 47 on this list. Hey, can you wear it for swimming though? I'm saying I don't like it. Well, why would I? Yeah, swim in it. It's already terrible. What else could it do? So, no, it's too soft. It's too high maintenance. The next hair, another Outre hair, the Outre Deep Twist, they didn't need to make it. They just didn't need to make this hair. They have better hair. It feels like the factory did something different and the different was bad. The different thing they did wasn't working. So the Deep Twist, they have so many curls that are almost in the same family that you'll see make this list. Next hair, the Janet Collection Perm Peruvian hair. That texture just doesn't need to be found in crochet hair. It's too soft. In a way that's different than the Model Dominican curl, because you might be like, you just said the Dominican curl by Model was soft. This is soft and silky feeling. At least the Model had some, I don't know, it had some roughness to it. This was just too silky, too unrealistic looking. It just, that line, I think they came out with a whole line of Perm Peruvian this or Perm Peruvian that or Perm something. Janet Collection need to stop with that. I will not try another thing from that line because they do feel too much like they have slip. You're going to have to knot the hair 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. Like the knotting that you would have to do, and still it would look so bulky. It's just not a great hair. Freetress Cozy Deep. It pains me to say that hair too because it's such a gorgeous hair. Freetress Cozy Deep was a beautiful hair to me, but again, it's in that same family with the Model Dominican curl, unfortunately, where it is too soft. It is too soft and requires a lot of maintenance. And you might be like, oh, I love soft hair. Who wants a harder hair? Who wants a little bit of rigidity? With crochet hair, with it being synthetic, you kind of want it a little bit. Soft hair is great. It's amazing for human type hair. For crochet hair, you need a little bit of oomph, you need a little bit of give, you need a little bit of toughness. Unfortunately, overly soft crochet hair is just going to be unmanageable. This is not real hair. Sorry to bust the bubble. This ain't hair. This is fabric. These are fibers. If the fiber is way too soft, it's going to be very high maintenance. It's going to become very tangly, hard to get your fingers through. I almost feel like you're running your fingers through scissors and getting little paper cuts if it's too soft. And while we're on this topic of softness, the next two hair, I'm putting them together, lumping them in. They're from the same family, and it's from that Trendy Tresses line. The Trendy Tresses River Curls, as well as the Trendy Tresses, I always get this wrong, and you guys correct me in the box. Is it Glamour or Goddess? I'm going to say Goddess Curl. Both of them from Trendy Tresses, an overseas UK black-owned brand, which I wanted to love. I wanted to love it, just like I wanted to love Ari Curl. Black-owned businesses, I'm going to go up for it. That's why I don't mess with some of these brands today, because I don't feel like a lot of them support our community, even though their main purchasers are us. People who look like me. Most of them are not run by people who look like me. Freetress, Outre, Sensational. None of these companies are run by people who look like me, but these companies like Trendy Tresses are run by people who look like me, so I want to like it. However, I couldn't. It was that over softness issue. Now, I will say the River Curls, Trendy Tresses made a post on Instagram that they were coming out with a new formula for the hair. They had heard complaints. Other people had talked about the softness of the hair and they just didn't like it. So they came out with, I think they have both versions now. You can get the OG River Curl, which was the one I tried back in 2018, I believe. And you can get the new formula, which is a little bit more rigid. Again, what I talk about, wanting a little bit more to it. Again, that doesn't mean that the hair is like tough. It just means that it has a little bit of oomph to it, a little bit of weight to it, a little bit of strength to it, to make it so that it's not going to go awry or be frizzy, tangly, matted within a few days. So maybe it's different now, but again, when I tried it 4 years ago, they only had the soft version of the River Curl, and just wasn't my thing. Three hair that I'm again going to put in the same category, and they're from a different brand. It's going to be Rasta Free. It's going to be that Rasta Free Island Crimp, that Rasta Free Jamaican Curl, and that Rasta Free Tropical Curl. All three, I think, are very in line with each other in terms of their feel. They're very much so that softer hair. Now, I think we're starting to get into hair where I feel, I just feel indifferent. They're not terrible hair, but they're not my favorite hair. And we're going to have probably a lot of these hair right here in the middle, where it's like, it's nothing to write home about, but it's also nothing to super complain about. They were just, very beautiful curls, very much so. If you're going to wear hair for maybe 4 weeks, these might be 4 weeks and under. These might be some good options for you, but it's also that softness, it's that medium maintenance, those things that I don't necessarily get drawn to when it comes to a crochet hair. So again, these three are just tied because, again, they're just nothing to scream home about, nothing to run home, extra, read all about it, but they do exist in stores. So if you see them and you're like, should I? I'm not saying you shouldn't, it's just not one of my top 10. Next hair, Outre Bahamas Curl. Not terrible. Again, somebody just recently commented on a video and said, I have in Bahamas Curl right now and I love it. I think it's gorgeous. I just put it at this level because I think they have a superior curl that I've tried. They all kind of look the same, but Bahamas gave me a little bit more difficulty. Not water friendly in my opinion, not a hair that I would wear to the beach or anything like that. Next is the Freetress Aruba Curl. I have a very similar hair right now. I think the deep twist is very similar to the Aruba Curl. That was my thing back in the day, was that I felt like Freetress Aruba and deep twist didn't need to exist in the same world, because that just felt like a softer version of this. And this is already on that teeter-tottering, that soft lane. I think Aruba was just super soft to me, overly soft to me, so I didn't really gel well with the Aruba Curl. It looked gorgeous. It looked just like deep twist. I tried this maybe 3 months after I tried deep twist, and I was like, wait a minute, this was still 2016. I had just started this channel, and I was like, am I going to be trying a lot of hair that look exactly the same over and over again? Wait a minute. I need to switch it up because the Aruba looks too similar, but I like the deep twist. If I'm in the store and I'm trying to choose Aruba or deep, go with deep in my opinion. Next hair on this list, middle of the road. I think we're right at the middle of the road now. The Rasta Free Pond Curl, same dealio. Nothing to complain about, but nothing again to write home about. It's a hair that looked really, really nice. You're going to have to put a little bit of work into it. Not too much work though, but a little bit of something in it to maintain it. But I think the curls were very nice, bouncy, and they give you a look. This next hair, I think I should have put below it. I think I even said this in 2021. I think I have these two flip-flop because I definitely will put Darling Flexi Rod below the Rasta Free Pond Curl. Why don't I need to, future me, remember. Editing me, future me, remember that I need to flip these two hair because the Darling Flexi Rod, I didn't really love that hair. I think it was a great premise. You can get it in Walmart. Walmart got crochet hair now. Okay, not this crochet hair though. Not maybe skip this one. They have braiding hair. That braiding hair might be something. This Flexi Rod situation might be something else. Ripple Deep, man. You know that hair is so polarizing. That is one of those hair where I get a lot of comments where you either love it or you hate it. The first time I tried it, I hated it. That's a hair I had to repeat because there's so many people out there who love that hair. I was like, maybe I just did something wrong. The second time I liked it more than I did the first time, but it definitely was not a hair that I would ever, if I didn't have this channel, think about repurchasing. A lot of people are like, you like this hair in this video, would you repurchase it? If I didn't have a channel, I have to take that into mind because you have to remember, I do have a channel where I review different hair. So it's rare that I repeat things. Ripple Deep would not be, unfortunately, a hair that I would repurchase. We are still got quite a ways to get to the top 10 and it's not in there. The next hair, good concept, just hard, was the Freetress Hipster Lock. The wrapping lock, where you were supposed to wrap the top part around to kind of conceal that you pulled your braid through the lock. Whew, it was a lot of work. I would guess you save a little bit of time as opposed to going into a salon and getting these locks done the regular way. It's the at-home kind of remedy. To me, it was just still so much work that I would prefer to just go into a salon and do it. But might do better if you're doing maybe individuals in the front and then maybe crocheting some locks in the back. That might be a way where this makes more sense. The next hair, the Bobbi Boss Brazilian Go-Go Curl. Tried that for my birthday and Cabo looks so beautiful. Gorgeous. Looked gorgeous on India Aja, a big YouTuber on here who I love and follow, who does a lot of good crochet hair content. I was influenced by her wearing it to try it myself. It didn't gel well with me. It looked gorgeous though. It's such a hair that I could say, get it for pictures. I've seen so many people say, I got these for my engagement photos, or I got this for a wedding I was in. Like, they will get it for special occasions because it looks that good. And I can honestly say, if I were in a one-day situation and I knew I was coming back home and I probably would switch up my style right afterwards, that Bobbi Boss Go-Go Curl would be the hair I would go with because it is good for that 2 week and less type of a scenario. Next, we're going to lump all those waves in. Last year was the year of the wave, I feel like. Even this year was the year of the wave. So we're going to lump in that authentic ocean wave, that Kima ocean wave, and that Rasta Free lake wave hair. Me and waves, I think I feel the way I feel about a wave. It's some work. It takes a little bit of work. And if you are willing to put the work into it, it can last a while. That's what I will say. You got to be willing to put the work into it. And I get so many comments from people who are like, well, all I had to do was twist it up at night to 5 jumbo twist, spray water in it every single other day, and then I also put some fabric softener. Fabric softener is the thing. This is the most polarizing. I get this, and this comments. It's the fabric softener comments. It's the mousse. It's the I did nothing. It's so, if everybody did all of these things, how could it be one size fits all? That's why I tell you, it's not one size fits all. Crochet hair is not a monolith. So many people do so many different things. If it were just the fabric softener, everybody would do the fabric softener. If it just was the mousse, for me, I just can't get it with it. The waves look gorgeous, and it goes back to that Bobbi Boss Go-Go Curl. If I were in something where I needed something for a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks at max, I'm getting a wave then, for sure. I can see me doing a wave again for a special occasion. I could definitely see that. The next hair, the Freetress or Shake and Go. I think Shake and Go, the brand, and then their Naked underline is the one who made the human hair crochet that I tried. It ranks a little lower. You might be like, it's human hair. It's the chef kiss. It should be higher. It should be top 5. For me, human hair and crochet has not been my favorite thing. I mean, there's multiple factors. For me, it's the cost. It costs so much, and I can get a sew-in for pretty much how much it costs to do that. Plus, two, they haven't figured out a great way to DIY for us at-homers to do the knots. Now, you can go to a professional stylist. There's so many stylists I've seen on Instagram, on TikTok, who can slay a good human hair crochet install, but the at-home methods for this at this point, it doesn't look good. So this Shake and Go Naked line, what was it, $60 a pack for 12 inches. You need about 5 packs. Cost on top of those little strands at the top that were very hard to hide just doesn't make it a great install. The next 3 hair, gonna lump them in together too, because I feel the same almost about them. It is that Mady Fantasy Pop hair. It's gonna be that Sensational Jamaican Bounce hair, and it's gonna be that Freetress Ringlet Wand Curl hair. Them wand curls, it's just, I think it's the length for me. I think one, I need longer. I do. It's just for my, I think, age, for my face frame, for my look, for who I am personality wise, the length, it has to be there. It has to be there. I'm just a longer hair girl. Like, if you watch my channel, you see I need a longer hair. It's what vibes with me. Even like a hair that, like those hair, they feel shorter even than my natural hair. So it takes me out of the element a little bit. Those curls are really giving me Shirley Temple on me. They give me Betty Boop. They just give me something. So I think one, my factor into the way these hairs line up on my list goes into the attractiveness for me, like how it looks on me. But two, it's also, you're going to be pretty warm in those hair can get very frizzy and they can get kind of tangly at some point. So this might be another, take it with a grain of salt, because there are people who go hard for the Jamaican Bounce. Freetress Go-Go Curl, really like that hair. It was a nice hair. There are hair that I love more than that hair, but at the end of the day, Freetress Go-Go Curl, one of the first barrel type curls that I tried, and I did enjoy it at the time, but they're just better hair to me. So that's where it ranks right now. It's right kind of, we're getting closer to the top. Now we're in the really loves. I don't even think I have a top 10. We're getting into like the top 15, which are now hair that I really do enjoy. The Boho Locks Majesty Twist hair. Boho Locks the company, Majesty Twist the name of this hair. Loved it. I knew it. I try to not try as many box braids, twists, type styles on this channel just because I know it's going to be good. Like, I just know it's no variability in it. It's no fun. We want variability. I want to see if my hair is going to be all kind of matted in the back, you know, frizzed up in the side and tangled in the front. But I know with those hair, it's not going to be that way. So it's not fun. I want a little bit of fun. I want a little drama. There's no drama with that hair. It's going to be good for your swimming, your outdoors, your working out. Might need to be put up in a little bun if you're going to be working out in it. But overall, not going to do you wrong. Just like the next 2 twists, we're going to put the Curl Refinery Handmade Twist as well as the Femafreak Mini Frosty Twist in the same bucket. It's a twist style. I need to stop cheating, you know, and doing these twist styles in my head when I know it's going to be the bomb. Like, I know it's not going to do me wrong. It's going to give me that low maintenance that I love, but I know the twists are not for everyone. Some people get into crochet here because they want the loose styles over the twist styles. So I try to do more loose styles than the twist styles, because we all know the twist is going to do what the twist is going to do, and it's going to be twisted. It's going to stay twisted the whole time. And then we get into a kind of a loose hair. It's the Freetress Water Wave hair. It is not kind of, it is a loose hair. It's that more, instead of curly, it's that more coily style, which I tend to like. It kind of mirrors my natural hair sometimes in its twist out style. When it was installed, she used a bit too many packs. A bit too many packs were used, errors were made, and we haven't been in that situation again since. However, it did not negate that I really did enjoy that hair. Now we're we're in the top 10, and number 10, I just look down at the list, is the hair I have in right now. However, it's based on 2016 thoughts. It's hard for me to give an opinion right now, so we're going to save number 10 and talking about it until my actual review, because I could talk about it now basing it on 2016, when today, even in installing it, I realized this install is different, honey. This install, I need to put some mousse on this hair. This hair is softer than I remember. There are some things I didn't remember about this situation that is going to make me say, make sure that you're tuned in, subscribed, so that you can see my actual review of this hair. But I've had this hair in for 3 hours now, so can't give you a full thought. But back in 2016, and back every year that I've made this list, Freetress Deep Twist has held a higher spot, and it's number 10 right now. But come back later to find out why. Rasta Free Tahiti Curl, loved it. First hair that I ever tried where I left some hair out, and I was skeptical. I was skeptical about how the blend was going to do, but the blend was blending, the color was everything, as well as the hair looked amazing. Like, I got a comment on it just recently and was like, what crochet? I got a what crochet comment, because yeah, what crochet? It was my hair. You couldn't tell me that wasn't my hair. I was fooling so many people who knew me, because if you see my washouts, it doesn't look too far off from my actual hair, that even sometimes now when I share my washing goes, people are like, what crochet hair is that? And I'm like, oh no, this ain't the Tahiti curl situation all over again. This is actually my hair this go around. Next is Freetress Beach Curl. Y'all already know the deal. Y'all have given that hair the what it needs. I get so many comments, DMs, even emails of people loving that hair. That is another hair that I am planning on retrying. I do have that on my bucket list, just because I liked it in the video, but like, y'all love it. Y'all love it in a way that makes me want to retry it. Like, I'm like, wait a minute, I liked it, but y'all loving it. I need to get a piece of this, because they might have even did something different from the times that I was trying it. How much y'all go up for it. So y'all have put it up here. It needs to probably be number 1. Y'all love that hair. The next 2 hair tied on this list, the Freetress Bohemian Braid, as well as the Lulutress Island Twist Crochet hair. Both beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hair. Again, reminiscent of the Tahiti curl. Look like my own hair. Look like if I got it in a color that resembles my own hair, which right now is closer to like a maybe T1B30 or 33, depending on the brand. It's really much a 30, 33 type of a color. It would be fooling everybody. I want to kind of go back to that. I want to try more hair like that. I just need to switch it up more. Like, I know I hear from you guys, like, try this type of curl, try this type of curl, try this type of curl. But my heart will probably be riding in the Lulutress Island Twist and the Freetress Bohemian Braid wave if I didn't have this channel. I'd be, teeter-totting between those, because it gives me the natural hair look that I just love so much. The next hair, I've talked so much about it throughout this video, it's got to be that Outre Bohemian curl hair. Again, better than the Bahamas, better than Deep Twist to me. So if you are in the store and you see, again, those 3 on the shelves, I would definitely go Bohemian over Bahamas over Deep Twist at this point. Now, again, if you only see Bahamas and Deep Twist and you really want to Outre hair, then go with Bahamas, but don't go with Deep Twist. But Bohemian is always going to have a special place. It was the first hair where I realized I can wear hair for 6 weeks. Up until that point, I wasn't reviewing hair and wearing it for 6 weeks, because I didn't think I could. Like, some hair was starting to look bad. I was like, I think I'm supposed to take this out. But that hair was the beginning of the saga of realizing, okay, so crochet is a style that you can wear for longer than a month. Because I didn't really know up until that point. Freetress Presto Curl, hair I really liked back in the day. Really liked. I got a comment or a DM recently that said, can you retry it? And I don't have plans on retrying. Again, I know that's ironic coming from me having a hair that I'm retrying right now, but there's so many other hair that I don't want to repeat a lot that's on this list. I know there might be somebody who's like, well, it might have changed from 2017 when you tried it. Then yeah, then I guess any hair could have changed in between, and that's unfortunate, because my thoughts are what their thoughts were back in those days. But there is so much beauty that I see on the market that I'm inspired to try new things. So I can't repeat it, but I did really, really enjoy this hair back when I tried it. And I believe that was 2017 when I tried this hair. Now the next hair is the Rasta Free Rain Curl. I'm going to almost lump it in together with the Rasta Free Dream Romance curl, and I'm going to put them together just because they are so similar, but the Rasta Free Dream Romance curl I really liked. It has a little bit more rigidity to it, which some people have complained about. They've been like, I don't like that about it. It just feels like that isn't going away, which I will say, yes, it goes away after a certain period of time, but I like that because it makes it last longer for me. But some people might not like that, and that's why I lump in Rasta Free Rain curl, because like I said in that video, that hair felt like Dream Romance but on the 3-week mark. So it felt like if I had worn Dream Romance for 3 weeks, it felt just like how Rain curl felt on day 1. So going from Dream Romance to Rain curl, it felt like that's what they did in the factory. They must have rubbed out Dream Romance to make the Rain curl, and that's what you get. Now, I like the Rain curl too, but I just feel like I like Dream Romance more, but that's my my preference. That's who I am as a person. Some people are going to prefer the Rain curl. The next hair on this list, the aforementioned Amazon Goddess box braids that I did. I loved it. I loved it. So swim approved. I mean, the swimming I did in that hair, I knew it wasn't going to be bad. I just knew it. I knew. I had no fears. I had no qualms. I had no worries. I knew that hair was not going to lead me down the wrong path, and it did not. But that's number 2. My number 1 hair. My number 1 hair. It should be of no surprise to anyone on this channel, is that Kima soft dread hair. Yes, it's not going to be everybody's favorite. It's a significant look. It's a very bold look. It's a very much so telling look, and I know it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine. It's my cup of tea. It don't got to be yours, because y'all can leave it on the shelf so that people like me who love it can buy that hair. It's low maintenance. It's going to be long lasting. It's going to be water friendly. It's going to be activewear friendly. It's going to be all the friendlies for you if you are somebody who's looking for a low maintenance lifestyle. So that is my number 1 hair. That has been my list as well. Yes, I've been talking for over 40 minutes, and I hope this video was helpful. I hope that you guys don't have too many complaints about it, and I hope you guys have suggestions on how in the future we can make this video better, more impactful. Is it a top 15? Is it a bottom 10? Is it to break it up that way? Because again, those middles, they can go somewhere. There's a lot in the middle that not bad, not good. Y'all want the just good, right? Y'all just want the good. But y'all tell me down below, how would you want these videos formatted in the future on year 7, next year, 2023? Make sure that you are subscribed to my channel so you can catch that 2022 video, as well as have that bell on so you don't miss it. Make sure that you're following me on Instagram at LeahLaVon89 so you can keep up with my shenanigans in real time. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.